You think that would be a compliment, no?
Now say thank you very much.
Right?
Thank
Fuck you. Oh, well.
Thank you. Now, pump pump.
Like you're.
That's
You
our
get
theme.
mad.
We could remind people that this is what you just heard. This is the same song. Just like kids. Chewbacca doesn't approve. Good morning, everybody.
I think he likes the boys' song better.
He does. He says, "Bring back the boys."
Yeah.
That's not how Chewbacca sounds at all. I do a bad Chewbacca, okay? Give me
I'm
a
not
break.
even.
How many people have a Chewbacca joke in their act, folks? I do. I have a Chewbacca.
You do? Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? Tell your Chewbacca joke.
Really? When I go down on a woman, I want to look like Chewbacca with a head wound. I want a mound, is what I'm saying. Chewbacca.
There you go.
I want it to look like Chewbacca. Let it sink in. Chewbacca with a head wound. Like there was an axe that split it and made it red in the middle. Is that explicit enough? This is unsuitable language, and I just proved it.
Yeah. Well,
we are very unsuitable.
You're explain it a little further. You were talking about her vagina, right?
I want a woman with a mound of hair, so thick. And then when you look down in the middle and find the vagina, I want it to look like Chewbacca with a head wound, bleeding head wound. That's thick hair.
You might want to wait until that stops, though, right?
The eagle says, wait. The eagle said, wait.
Big week, Marv. Big week. How you doing this morning?
Good. What did you think of that joke? What's going on, John? Did you get offered a bribe or anything this week?
That would have been awesome.
I think I was going to say, I mean, my comedy album is worth $400 million.
Okay, but tell me what do you really? I'm not against this at all. I'm saying, hey,
you're not against my comedy album?
Keep it though, right? Andy gets to keep it. It's going to be a library too. So there's going to be books in the plane.
Trump reading a book.
This is the first ever library in air. So it's like and then other planes can go to Trump's library bus, and they can.
Well, he might as well keep it because he's got enough money in his library fund, quote quote, that people have been donating for years to just pay it right now to fix $1 billion repair bill. It's only going to cost $1 billion to fix up and make it Air Force One, temporary one, because it'll leave with this president.
I think Donald Trump may very well do two things. I think that not only will he will break the bank in the presidency. He will break it. Nobody will make as much money as Donald Trump is making with the presidency.
Not as president, but as dictator, maybe. The next dictator might.
Well, that's a whole different story. But there will never be another president that makes or has made as much money as Donald Trump on the presidency. There's no way.
$3 billion in the last 3 months.
I'm telling you, we've got to get the thermometer thing, and we got to start checking off how much he's got. We got to do the little, how do they do that in the telethon, the Donald Trump telethon? How much does he need to go away? How much do you think he needs? Just make it look like a big dick. Yeah. How much do you think what do you think
only
the cap is? None, right?
He's only at $3 billion right now, John.
Yeah. Well, he needs at least $1 trillion, right?
So every one is $1 billion, right?
And how much has he made so far? So where do we think he's going to be when he gets his goal? What year?
$3 billion right now.
Okay.
He's only been in there 5 months, right?
Yeah, he's actually. I mean, I might be ahead of schedule. Christ.
Can you see it? Can you see it? I'll pull it closer. I'll pull it closer. Now
Donald Trump decides to leave the
my
presidency.
name's in the
quite
way of the
frankly,
penis.
I've made too much money.
Oh, there it is. Now we can see the penis.
Okay.
This is the Trump
And then
bribe
since the jet was given to him, that's also right.
What do they call them? Telethons. What do we call this? A bribe-a-thon?
Yeah, let's call it a charity, the Donald Trump Charity Fund.
Why don't we have a bribe-a-thon? Why don't we stay on? We'll get on YouTube live stream until we raise enough money to bribe Trump ourselves.
You mean that would be interesting. Like all the poor people get together and they're like, look, if everybody chips in $1 and we can see if he'll take that amount of money in order to just leave.
Just get the fuck out.
Right? Because, I mean,
it's the get the fuck out of thong.
And you know what? Afterwards, it's all cool. Just go away. Enough. Uncle, motherfucker, uncle.
Yeah, we'll give half of what we raised to get rid of him.
Right?
Then we can be just like him.
Life is hard. All right.
Well, there's administrative cost for bribing.
Right. Right, exactly.
You got to take him out to dinner. You got to take him out to dinner.
He's an expensive eat at McDonald's. Christ, that's 2 combos right there. $50.
He will eat McDonald's. That's one good thing about this. I like the religious stuff, but I also like the common man's food. I eat the common man. Frankly, a lot of people say, you eat at the McDonald's and you will be great.
Oof.
Melania's not letting me eat McDonald's. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, what do we think the cap is?
It's got
to be $1 trillion, right?
You are fake news. You are fake news.
I am fake news.
Not enough. There's no cap to greed.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. We're going to go with 50, 60 billion because that's all. I don't want my dick any bigger than that. My nieces or nephews might come over and they're going to say, Uncle Mav, why big penis on board? I'll say, it's the bribe-a-thon penis.
You know what he heard? He heard, he was talking to Blagojevich. And remember when Blagojevich was like making that like soundbite was like, I've got this golden thing, how much is it worth? And Donald Trump got to thinking, how much is the presidency worth to everybody else on the planet?
Right. Good plan. This is not racing very well.
You got to spit on it, Marv. No.
Yeah, work better.
So I can't be a really dry erase. Especially in a hand job.
That's 2 weeks ago. This is our last week's. Levitt was 5.
Yeah.
Witkoff was 4. Besant 3. Noam Patel 2. Miller number 1.
Besides Stephen Miller, I think we're going to have our first non-American on there.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
What?
MSB, baby.
Yep. He's got to be number 1. Yeah, he's number 1. Think about it. You bring in McDonald's. You introduce him to the other round table of journalist murderers and soldier killers and all the rest, and shake hands with the most powerful person on the planet.
You talking about
how is he?
Melania, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Elon was there.
Oh, yeah, he's powerful. People love him. They're always going to his dealerships and chanting his name. I know.
I mean, they're not making a secret of trying to make this a new world order. And the only thing Trump doesn't see is they're just
They
fattening
look
them
at
up.
that as a strength. Like, hey, we're taking bribes in public. You can't do anything
Yeah.
about
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely a strength.
Yeah. They're saying we're not even trying to hide it. They go, the Biden crime family stole $2 million.
And I don't know about you, but if you're Europe, aren't you worried?
Yeah, you got to be, because we are still the military power of the whole world. So no one compares to us. We have a bigger military than all the other countries combined, I think.
Do you know what Mike Johnson said whenever they asked him about this? Well, y'all, I don't know what you're talking about. I just know that Donald Trump, how can anybody bribe Donald Trump? He's already got so much money. How can you bribe him?
I don't think he
Y'all,
understands what being rich is about. It's about more money, more money, more money.
Yeah, because he's never had that much money in his entire life.
He's getting it now, and he's even on tender. We already talked about that, Dan. Allegedly, Mike Johnson is on tender looking for guys.
Good for him.
Here's
Shaking.
one. Here's a sound effect for Mike Johnson.
Here comes the money.
And Mark, and speaking of Mr. Johnson, that's just the type of guy who would be ruthless enough behind the scenes and just quietly stepping that takes over the mega.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like Gerald Ford.
Like the little guy he's just around there. He's, he keeps doing what he's supposed to, and then he doesn't piss everybody off. He's just likable enough. He's just tickling enough balls. He's just, doing enough
And he
reach
wins
arounds.
Survivor. That's how you win Survivor.
Bottoming out for everybody.
And then you don't pay your taxes when you win Survivor. It's the same thing.
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Just shut up. Take my money.
I mean, he likes his pajamas and warm milk.
I'm looking like money. Thank you for your patronage.
What's Shadow
So
Wizard? Is that a
did
game?
you see they brought in a mobile McDonald's too?
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
Laura Luna. What's her freaking name? Laura Luna.
Laura Loomer?
Yeah, she's big in this stuff. Her and one of the Ben Shapiro came out against the plane. Did you see that?
Well, screw them. I don't care. They suck anyway. I don't
thought
care
she got
about
in the White House. I'm pretty sure.
I don't care that he's losing the worst people in the world. How come some of the other people are still with him is the problem? I mean,
the people that count. The congressmen are like, well, I don't see what the problem is with the government taking a plane. What's the problem?
Know what's crazy is all the whack jobs are saying, look, that's not okay. But all the other people are like,
the crazy people are saying that you shouldn't. No, you should. But do tell. Are you going to tell your theory about the plane, or I don't remember?
Right. The religious right is just like, well, as a preacher, I've always wanted my own spaceship. So
preachers get their own planes and stuff. So yeah, spaceship is the next step.
Well, that's why.
Why didn't they give? Why is gutter guitar? Why is it so cheap? It's only giving him a plane. Why not a spaceship, John?
I mean, come on.
Bezos has a spaceship. Musk has a spaceship.
Bezos. Okay. So here's what we do. Here's my theory on this, Marv. This is what Putin's going to do. He is going to rename the Mir space station. Hold on. Wait for it. The Donald J. Trump space station. It's the only way you can top the bribe, right? Donald Trump has his own space.
Thank you for
You know,
your
fortress.
page.
They're going to build it
Yeah.
out. They'll make it beautiful. They'll make it great. He can orbit the Earth. You know, they can encapsulate him just like they did. Who's that? Solo Hans. They can encapsulate him in that, but only like you could like this.
Carbonite?
Maybe.
Was it
Yeah,
Carbonite?
Carbonite.
Of him
YMCA.
dancing?
He can be up there, and he can be the overlord of the world. There you go.
This is what Trump says.
Biggest bribe ever. How much
Remember
is
that,
the
Will
space? I
Ferrell?
mean, it's old. Don't get you wrong, because they want a new space station anyway. So they'll just donate this space station to Donald Trump, right? They get all the favor in the
Trump Station,
world.
the Trump Library. You got to go to space to go to the Trump Library.
Exactly. And look, when all of the ground people are dead because of toxic fumes and you know the natural waste and all the you know the weather you know taking care of us and everything and killing all of humanity, Donald Trump can be in the space station over top of the planet with all his billionaire buddies and they can build it out. And I mean it's perfect, isn't it? It just sounds good.
They don't care. Yeah, everything will be perfect. And Trump will just be sitting there saying, it didn't work. What
Give
happened?
me your fucking money!
Remember that Will Ferrell where the little girl was the landlord? That's what that was.
No, I don't think I saw that one.
Oh,
There was for some reason,
black
I think it was during my kids were little. There was like 3 to 5 years there where I missed every movie.
It wasn't a movie. It was a little meme where she's a landlord and he didn't pay it, and she's really cussing at him and stuff. But it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I think I
She
did
comes
see
up
that.
and her little shoes are too big. Give me your fucking money.
I think that was Funny or
Pearl.
Die.
We called her Pearl.
Was that
Okay,
Funny or-
Pearl,
yeah,
calm down.
Yeah, it was Funny or Die.
Yeah, Funny or Die. Give me your fucking money. You son of a bitch. That's a funny one.
Shut up and take my money.
You know, it's weird. That girl's grown now, and she's a landlord.
She's a what?
A landlord.
She got a good start.
Yeah, she did. They really trained her.
Or well, wait, no. I don't. We talked in the pre-show about the gutter plane. Why they're giving us the plane?
Yeah.
Explain.
Well,
that.
it was. Oh, so the reason why they gave him the plane was because it was in an article a few years ago. I forget the journalist. I think I sent it to you or not. But they said that they made a few of these $400 million planes that were like so extravagant that literally nobody could buy. So they essentially have to give it away, or else they'll just be sitting there for years and nobody doing anything with them.
So they've got themselves a white elephant.
Yeah. So they just like, you go.
So they're going to give them away because nobody will buy them. They're
Yeah.
stuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is just being used to get rid of them, and they're going to get some leverage with it. I mean, how many? If MSB gets to kill one journalist, how many journalists would Trump let the gutter get guitar? I don't know if it's gutter or guitar.
Cutter.
I don't know which.
I think it's Cutter.
Cutter.
Yeah.
It's also guitar. I don't know.
Yeah. It changes by who you talk to and what accent they have.
But they're going to get to kill how many journalists? Then how many do they get to dismember in their embassies?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know that I ever saw Donald Trump with the prince alone in a room. You know what I mean? I bet that never happened.
Hey,
he's like, Donald, come
it's
over
a great
here.
room. What's the bandsaw for?
Right.
You got a beautiful office. Why do you have a bandsaw? Come on, MSB, explain it to me. Why do we have all these tree? Why do you have all these tree cutting utensils all over the place? Are you a tree man? I've never cut a tree in my life.
What's with all the plastic?
like in Lethal Weapon when the guy walks in the room. Or the floor's covered in plastic.
Right.
Just makes me nervous. Yeah, so it's all a scam that they fucked up, and now they're just going to try to make their fuck up have some kind of value. And now you said something about we got to buy the fuel from them. Is that what you said?
No,
Is
well,
that a deal?
really, I mean, oil, right? I mean, in the end, I
Yeah.
mean, it's all coming from somewhere.
Does this plane get good gas mileage? We need to know.
Doubt it. It's gigantic, isn't it?
Is it a hybrid?
You saw what it transforms into.
What?
You didn't see that picture on that story on lifeishardcomedy.com?
Uh-huh.
So that's the one thing that they're not really talking about. All this
What?
was a ruse just so Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, I
make
saw
a
that.
handshake deal. Yeah.
It's how's it fueled? It's going to turn into a what?
Energon.
A what?
It takes Energon cubes to fuel it.
Oh, it's going to be more than nuclear powered.
Like, right, but that's like
instead of fission, it's going to be fusion.
Yeah.
It's going to be like it's going to be able to do time jumps and shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, once they get done with it, yeah. I mean, that's some. They're going to be able to jump to another planet, and
it can
don't even need that space station anymore.
It can escape the Imperial cruisers of Star Wars.
Sure, if we want to jump genres and and I don't know what you call it. Into Disney, sure.
Do you think Chewbacca will get on the cabinet?
I mean, if you think about it, I think Chewbacca's more of muscle. There's another Jedi Chewbacca. I would trust more.
There's no brains on the cabinet right now.
Well, that's true. That's true. And hair, for that matter. It's all
Samuel
losing their
Jackson
hair.
will be there.
Oh.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Do you know when Fox was trying to spin, or I think it was James Comey was trying to spin on why it was okay Donald Trump was taking this? He goes, what? Well, you know, I think the problem a lot of people had was that Donald Trump was that the Biden crime family, or maybe it wasn't Comey, I forget who it was. The Biden crime family did all that behind closed doors. They took all that money.
Yeah, I saw it. Comer.
But Donald Trump's doing it right in the open.
It was Representative Comer.
Right yeah, it was Comer. He's doing it right in the open. So what's the problem with that? He's taking the bribe right in the open. He ain't doing it behind closed doors. There's a problem with that. I don't know if Biden took the money or not, but when they said he did take the money, right? He was out of office, wasn't
he? Yeah, he hid it. He hid it. That's a problem.
He hid it. Now, why did he do that?
As long as you take your bribes out in public, it's cool, man.
Yeah, as long as the American people can see you taking it.
It's good leadership.
And just fill your fucking pockets.
Let's go to the party, everybody. Let's party. Because it's out there in public. Speaking of Comey, he was in the news this week.
Yeah, he must have heard us. He must have watched the show because we said, "Where is he? What's he doing? How come he's not saying nothing?"
He took a picture of some seashells that said 8647.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Comer, right? Not Comey.
Right.
Yeah.
Comey, did you see that he got in trouble, man?
Yeah.
Trump said he threatened his life. Trump said Comey threatened his life.
Is that what that's
so
what Trump said?
Everyone runs to their dictionary and they look up what it said 86 means. And 86 means to overthrow or take the power of. Doesn't mean to kill people. Many people have said it means to kill people. But according to the dictionary, it just means to get rid of something. And he didn't say anything like that. He just took a picture of a C-cell formation, and they're saying he's threatening the president's life. The same people who multiple times said and sold shirts that said 8646. They sold shirts, John, that said this. But now it means death. Before it just meant get rid of them. Is that hypocrisy in action? Or?
Well, yeah, but I don't really want to hear from him either. I don't want to hear from James Comey. He's part of the problem. Not Comer. I don't want to hear from either one of them, Comer or Comey. I don't want to hear.
Comey got him impeached with a lot of his stuff that he did.
Yeah, but I still don't care. I mean, just go away. Go away. You did enough.
You saying you love democracy?
I love democracy. I love the republic.
Again, we talked about this. That is gone.
We don't have a democracy anymore?
No. Okay, if we have another election and it's an actual election and everything, sure, I'll say it's back or close. A real or either I'll give you the midterm. Okay, it might be back. But no. What is Congress's job? Oversight. Are they doing any?
Yes. No.
They are?
Oversight. No, they're going to watch the parade.
Yeah. Supreme Court. What's there? They gave ultimate power.
Yeah, they said you could do whatever you want to do as long as it's an official act.
Checks and balances.
You can do what you want. Supreme Court really fucked us.
Yeah, there's no checks or balances. There's Donald Trump. That's it. Now, Supreme Court, they made kind of a ruling, right?
Yeah, they said you can't deport people without due process multiple times. And matter of fact, it's basically fuck you, Stephen Miller, because Stephen Miller says immigrants don't deserve due process, and the Supreme Court says Fifth Amendment. Yeah, they get due process. It says right in there.
That's why they're trying to make
person under our control gets due process.
Yeah, and that's why they're trying to make the distinction between birthright citizenship, which we probably need to get to, a citizenship, and a person who considered a person, not a citizen. Blah 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 blah.
Stephen Miller answered back though. He said,
"No, no, no, you are God."
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing I think Stephen Miller knows, that he's not going to be able to take ultimate power right now because simply the way he looks. That's why you're going to have to get behind a Mike Johnson, because he's a little bit more palatable.
Dude, he's going to be the dictator. You know he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When it all turns to shit, he's going to be the ultimate ruler of...
he's going to be our Hitler. Trump's not the Hitler. Trump's a warm-up stage. Stephen Miller's the Hitler.
Yeah. He's,
and no one's ever going to ask, why are people trying to kill Stephen Miller? No one's ever going to say those words.
I wonder at night when he's alone in his apartment, he just takes a little shoe polish and puts it right here and just kind of like goose steps around in his, he cosplays Hitler. Like he's got all the outfits. He's like, I'm Goebbels now. You know how I could tell I'm Goebbels?
I'm Goebbels. I'm the Adolf now. I can do them all. I do all the impressions.
Look, I can walk with the limp.
What was the doctor that cut people up really? What was his Mengele?
Yeah, Dr. Mengele. That's how he does all of his women. He's like, look, I'm Dr. Mengele. Look, I've got my tweezers out and I'm tickling your clitoris.
This is Stephen Miller's every phone call. You ready?
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Like, I just wanted to know if you wanted extra bread with that order, sir.
That's all of his first dates calling him back.
I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
What? Okay. Sorry the order was late.
I will look for you. I will find you.
I like Liam Neeson.
And I will kill you.
Oh, we said it with emphasis there. Okay, so we got the gutter plane was a mistake, and now they're trying to pawn it off. It's kind of like my comedy album is worth $400 million. I'm going to send it to Trump. I'm donating it. I'm going to take the tax write-off, of course. My album, there's so few of them out in public. It has such value.
I think I have one. I was the one who paid for it.
$400 million. You have the first
All right. It is going up on eBay right now for $400 million.
Put it out there. And when the IRS calls, because they're not, because no one's working there anymore, I'm getting a big write-off. I'm getting a big write-off for our telethon, because remember, the Bribe-a-thon, we're only at $3 billion. We need to get money to. Our telethon is going to be the get rid of thon, right?
I mean, I think we need to do maybe a charity video. Maybe you as Donald Trump, and you're like, and you do the music in the background from the girl who did the animals, the APL animals, and like, you too can donate to this poor gentleman who eats McDonald's every single day. Yeah, Sarah McLachlan. Building a Mystery or whatever song they put behind.
Yeah, I didn't find it. I put in, I spelled McLaughlin wrong, I think.
You got the McLaughlin report.
I put in Sarah McLachlan and I got this.
Oh, Pete didn't know.
Okay.
Pete didn't know.
That's what
How did they get the orgasming?
Yeah. P. Diddy, no. That's
every time I watch one of those videos.
Why don't we give Trump? He's getting a plane. Why don't we give him? I don't know. We could give him. We're not giving him a space station. Maybe we could give him a
helicopter.
Everybody whose followers know that's John's not. He doesn't like that sound. He's against it. It says. Oh, we're pausing. All right. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, and I said don't do it again.
And you left me at that point. I found a new one. Did you hear it?
Friendly helicopter on the way.
Friendly helicopter.
Oh, a friendly helicopter.
Here's a helicopter 3D.
Oh, wait, he's got a helicopter. He's gonna take the helicopter from the White House. What is that one called? Marine One? He's gonna take that.
Well, we're gonna give him a better one. He's got an Air Force One. This says it's the best.
This will be the best helicopter ride of your life.
Golden. A golden helicopter. Step it up.
Helicopter parts for sale.
Who can do a golden helicopter?
Right, let's get off the helicopter.
Who do we think can do a golden helicopter?
Only Trump. Only Trump.
No, I mean, who can make one to give it to him?
One guy could make it.
And his name is John C.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He could do it, right?
He might be able to. He might be able to figure it out.
All right, so we're done with the plane.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Ohio is gonna cancel its property tax. Maybe what do you think? They're gonna put on the ballot. I think they're getting signatures, and I don't hear anybody that's against getting rid of the property tax. No one is saying.
What they don't know is where's the tax really going to go to?
What is the new plan? There's going to be a tax. You can't just get rid of all the tax. Unless we want to turn into Arkansas. What?
Yep, it's more sales tax. Sales tax.
It's going to be sales tax, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Such a regressive thing. It hurts only poor people, John.
Oh, does it? Shit.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Are you saying that they're not going to help? Are you saying Republicans are not going to help poor people, John?
What? Republicans not help poor people? Oh.
Are you?
So you're going to have more on the sin tax and more on the sales tax, right?
A lot of people over the years have said every tax should be a sales tax.
Yeah. Well,
what happens is rich people have so much money that they don't stop buying, but they don't. I mean, Walmart doesn't make their money off the stuff that rich people buy off of them.
Right.
They make their money from poor people.
Yeah.
Like you and me.
Yeah.
And probably all of our followers. Both of those people.
And so think about this formula here. You have all the prices going to rise because we're not going to have anything from China, but for a while everything's going to be more expensive until they're able to start making some of those things here, right? And then those things are still going to cost more.
No one's going to make these plants because they know that. I don't know what that was. They know that the tariffs aren't permanent. You're only going to build a plant if you think the tariffs are permanent. And they know they're not permanent. Right. So they're not building these things. They might tell Trump they're going to build, but they're not going to build. It's like, was it Gutter that said they're going to give us $1.2 trillion? And their GDP is $200 billion a year. So they're going to give us 6 times. Let me make this point. They're going to give us 6 times their gross domestic product. They're just going to give it to us. That's not fucking happening.
No, they're going to give it to Donald Trump.
They're not giving Trump $1 trillion. They're not giving our country $1 trillion. You have to be a moron to believe that. They only have $200 billion a year.
Slowly, they're
just going to give Trump a plane that they don't want. It's like that Jaguar in my front yard. I'm blocked.
But Marv, again, it's not about if we ever get it, right? It's about the optics of saying it, right? They out-Trumped Trump. They out-Trumped Trump.
Well, that's what Apple did to Trump last time. Apple promised to spend $500 million or something, and they didn't do it.
And now they're going to India, right?
Yeah. And Trump threatens them. They're going to find out what's what if they go to India. Like, who else did Trump threaten this week? The boss. He threatened the boss.
Bruce? He threatened Bruce?
He threatened the boss.
He might have just lost New Jersey.
I think he lost New Jersey anyways.
I want you to step back from the guacamole dip.
He's in real trouble now.
Fingers down.
Put the chicken strips down. That's what Bruce Springsteen said. Step away from that guacamole dip. You didn't hear that? I just played it.
No. Is he talking about Trump?
Guacamole dip.
Springsteen.
I want you to put the chicken fingers down.
Put the chicken fingers down. Trump said.
Yeah, but to be fair, Bruce, have you ever been to Cane's?
Yeah. Do you like it?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't love it.
Their crinkle fries could be much better. Saying, I don't love it, but it was a joke, Marv.
All right, let me see. Springsteen said this. Let's get his quote. Springsteen, undeterred by Trump, keeps up war of words from foreign stages. Opens his tour. He opened his tour with this. Tour, however you want to say it. It's like gutter or guitar. Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-oh. 39:22.
It doesn't pause until after we come back, which is stupid because now, anyways, we're recording now. He said, in my home, the America I love, the America I've written about, that has been a beacon of hope and liberty for 250 years is currently in the hands of a corrupt, incompetent, and treasonous administration. Tonight, we ask all who believe in democracy and the best of our American experience to rise with us, to raise your voices against authoritarianism and let freedom ring. So he called Trump administration corrupt, incompetent, and treasonous. And I think he got it right. Did you miss any insults?
You know what though? I would want to have seen more of in the past, like in the whole, and maybe there have been, I don't know, and I haven't heard any of them. Have there been any musicians, you know, because music's big, we know this. We got a lot of comedians who have, you know, told jokes about Trump and talked about Trump and everything. Do you have any musicians writing songs against this or talking about this?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Who wrote the "Let's Impeach the President" song?
I don't know. I know there was there was one that just fucked Trump. Who?
Young.
Young.
His last name is Young.
Okay.
I can't remember his first name. Why can't I remember it? He wrote a protest song against Trump, and he talked about him all the time. And Taylor Swift is not exactly a Trump fan, but here's what
she's not writing song. I mean, like when the '60s were going on, and there was like, you know, things were, you know, on the brink there. People were writing songs about it. You know what I mean? People were actively, you know. Now it's just like, well, actually, you see it more. You see it more in country music right now, in some of the country
who's writing singers against him in the country. On your
not against him, actually for him is what I was meaning.
The Dixie Chicks. The Dixie Chicks got in trouble for it. Oh, that was Bush, maybe. Who did the Dixie Chicks get in trouble for?
But I know they wrote a song. Did they write a song? I don't know. Maybe I'm like out of it, and I don't know some of the people that have, and maybe they're
Billy Bragg. A lot of
like,
protest Trump songs.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, top 40 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if it was like, I'm not saying Billie Eilish, but a star like Billie Eilish or Beyonce or even like some of these top rock and roll bands. I don't know. Take your pick. You get my point, though.
Yeah, well, there are some.
To be, there's a lack there.
Stephen Young, is that a band?
I don't know. I can see you want to, you know, Dropkick Murphys do that too, where they, you know, they talk about how he's a con artist. What's that?
Here's a whole list. I've got a whole bunch of them to play here.
Okay.
Homicides, anti-Trump, Noodle Muffin.
And these are known artists. These aren't like.
I mean, I don't know any known artists. I've been out of music so long. John Weinstock, Mellow Music, Joey Badass. A lot of them are rappers, probably. A lot of rappers.
I don't know any. I know there's several that support him. You know what I mean?
We didn't Trump the fire. We got that one from Dream. You want to hear it?
No.
Too bad.
Cocky New York millionaire, name on buildings everywhere. On his face you'll see the glower that betrays his lust for power. Seemed to act a bit pretentious when he hosted The Apprentice. Had to pay some legal fees for selling his Trump decrees. Obama conspiracist, where's the birth certificate? Sent detectives on a mission for his fishing expedition, saying everywhere he went he would run for president. Experience not his concern.
Here's one. It's more direct. It's called "Trump is an Asshole." A long intro, unfortunately. said Marv's broiler, so but maybe I wrote that.
Maybe you did. Did you write this?
Seagulls easily confused. Stays up late on his Twitter. Always get what he wants. He don't even bother about asking.
You know, if somebody asked me how could this be worse, then I would say, well,
You understand it. No, there's a big artist. Is it Stephen Young? Who's Young? Neil Young. That's it. Neil Young. He wrote
well, he's
one.
Canadian.
Is he? Is he?
Yes. I mean, he lives here
Bits and
now, but
pieces
he is
credit.
Canadian. They're trying to kick him out. They are. If you look that up, they're trying to kick Neil Young out. Do you know who his wife is? Do you know who his wife is?
No.
I didn't know this. Take a wild guess. Just wild guess.
Christy Nome.
Close. Daryl Hannah.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later. Only at safelight.com.
You hadn't heard the whole fucking commercial. You haven't heard this?
Let's impeach the president for life.
Was that Neil Young? And Marv will be back in 3. There he is. Hey, buddy.
I see.
Was
I hear
that
you. That was again about Bush. I was wrong. He didn't write about Trump.
Oh. I mean, I don't like Neil Young either, but I mean, I don't think they should kick him out of the country. Not that deep.
Well, basically, when Bruce said that, Trump said he's not a talented guy, blah, 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 blah. And let's see how it goes for him when he comes back to our country. Did you see that?
What talent does Donald Trump have?
But did you hear how he ended it? Let's see how it goes for Bruce when he comes back to this country.
Wow. Okay. You know, when he's selling out all of his concerts?
Well,
like he usually does?
It sounds like maybe they're going to arrest him.
Yeah, it sounds like a threat. But what did he specifically say about Donald Trump?
He's a corrupt and criminal and treasonous.
Okay. So what?
He's unfit.
Okay.
And he said our elected representatives have utterly failed the American people.
Okay. So what did he say that wasn't true?
Here's what he said. In my home, they're persecuting people for the right to free speech and voicing their dissent. That's happening now. In America, the richest men are taking satisfaction in banning the world's poorest children to sickness and death. That is happening now. In my country, they are taking sadistic pleasure in the pain they inflict on loyal American workers. They are removing residents off American streets without due process of law and deploying them to foreign detention centers as prisoners. That's happening now. The majority of our elected representatives have utterly failed to protect the American people from the abuses of an unfit president and a rogue government. They have no concern of or idea of what it means to be deeply American. The America I've sung to you about for 50 years is real, and regardless of its many faults, it's a great country with great people, and we will survive this moment. I have hope because I believe in the truth of what the great American writer James Baldwin said. He said, in this world, there isn't as much humanity as one would like, but there's enough. And our president said he ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into this country Then we'll see how it goes for him.
So is he saying that he doesn't think that Bruce Springsteen will be quite as bold in saying those things at the concerts here in America?
Yeah, I think he's threatening Bruce Springsteen. They're going to come up with a crime against him because, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, they can just make up shit. Enough to arrest you and ruin you. You know what I mean? You get arrested. They'll come up with something.
Do you think, isn't that weird what that could...
It might be the first steps of the takeover. Because they're going to prove they can do whatever they want to anybody they want.
Or the first steps in really waking people up.
I don't know what it takes to be awake at this point.
Well, we
They're
talked
already
before
taking
about
American citizens.
Yeah, but look at who Bruce Springsteen is, and look at the people who follow Bruce Springsteen that are really dedicated to him. Some of those people are also like of that same generation that also vote MAGA. I mean, at some point, and I don't know when this is, I don't know how it's going to happen, and I don't know what the tipping point is going to be or the breaking point, but the spell's got to get lifted. I hope not too late. I think we're getting close to being too late, but. And Marv, we'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Marv. I was so close. Look, I was so close. We'll get Marv and me back here shortly. While we're here, I would like to plug our website, lifeishardcomedy.com. Come there or go there, I should say. Go there for all Life is Hard Comedy, updates and new blogs. We're also going to be putting this show on there. We're also going to be shooting some videos and sketches, and we're going to put on the site. And you can also find out where you can find me and Marv and a bunch of our other friends do stand-up comedy all over. So, lifeishardcomedy.com. Thank you. And Marv will be back now. You got to give it a minute. Now, Marv. Ah, shit. All right. Well, we'll rejoin you shortly.
let's just get to our list.
Yeah, you want to get to the power rankings?
They had so much electric out around here. I think they're working on all the lines, and it's going to be an issue probably.
Yeah, let's do power rankings and performer of the week.
Let's do our top 5.
Okay. Well, I think the performer of the week and the performer of the week and the number 1 is the same person.
Oh.
He might be a part of the administration.
Not even part of the administration? Our POW?
Yeah. Who do you think like got those two together? Got the Prince and Donald Trump together? Like, who do you think that person was?
Son-in-law.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Kushner, right?
Jared.
Yeah.
You know what? Perfect. Mother's Day was last week or something like that. Jared Kushner, performer of the week. He only did it by giving Trump $200 million out of the $2 billion that he got.
Yeah, and how much did Jared
Trump
get?
$200 million? Huh?
Yeah, but Jared also got more money too, didn't he? On top of the other Abraham Accords money, didn't he get more money?
About that. I don't know.
But yeah, definitely performer of the week, Jared. Number 1, he's back in.
Number one dope guy. How's that? I turned off everything. The only thing running is StreamYard. So.
And man, he found. Boy, think about it. He knew where the spigot was, and he just situated himself right in there, and nobody is being able to touch that fucking money whirlpool.
All right, well, let's go to number 1 is Jared Kushner again. Is that what you're saying? He's also the biggest.
Yeah, he would have to be, because unless we're going to put the Prince in there at maybe number 2.
2 is the Prince, MSB.
Yeah.
He's a real cut up. Get it, people? He cut up the mall. He's a
little choppy. He's
a chopper.
I would not want to be alone in a room if I was a journalist with that guy. Does not like him.
Doesn't like him. Don't like journalists.
Nope.
That's not a good color.
Likes wrestlers.
Red's not a good color.
Oh, you know what? You know who else is the other person? Let's not forget. I think there's someone in this whole circle that nobody keeps figuring out. Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon?
No, I don't know if he's on the power rankings. I don't know if he's on the power rankings, but he's someone to think about. He might be having legal troubles and everything like that, but he does a lot of business in the Middle East, and Donald Trump and Vince McMahon are very close.
Do they like wrestling in the Middle East?
Linda McMahon is in his cabinet.
True. And she just threatened the schools this week somehow. I forget what she did, but she's doing something to threaten schools.
And I think that's probably why, because he hasn't been brought up on
student loans. I don't know how to spell her name. McMahon. She's going after student loan people. They're going to garnish all the wages of student loans.
No.
None of these are working. The markers aren't working. They're going after student loan people. Who's next? So we got Linda McMahon 3. Who's 4?
Oh, you want to? I mean, we'll go with the Gnome RFK Patel group, or I think they're out though, don't you? Is there another better? Is there anybody better?
Got ripped pretty bad in Congress.
Yeah, I mean that's
they
perfect.
Didn't think so. They
I
thought
think
they
they're
did
all
great.
4.
They thought they did great.
Yeah, Trump wasn't here. He doesn't care. He's not watching.
Right. And who's the 5th guy to top off our list? Vance disappeared this week.
What's that?
Vance was a non-entity this week.
I still didn't hear you. Who?
Vance was a non-entity this week.
Vance. Yeah, and
Vance.
so was Musk for the most part. You know, I'm gonna give it to the only anybody I have off the top of my head I can think of is good old Tom Homan, unless you want to put Stephen Miller at 5.
I always hate Tom Homan. I had Miller in with the Noam RFK bunch. Because the Supreme Court told Miller, fuck you, when he said illegal residents don't deserve due process. And the Supreme Court said, fuck you, Stephen Miller. Yes, they do.
Do you know that Tom Homan was going into grocery stores and was removing and told them they got to get out of the country all the churro Twinkies? Every single one of the churro Twinkies out. Those things were delicious.
I'm Tom Homan, and I'm going to deport you churros.
Right? I mean, just went right in there and like, only regular Twinkies in here. And get the chocolate ones out too. It was, I mean, it was extreme.
One thing the world can agree on, we hate Tom Homan, right? All right.
I believe so.
Boys, we ready for the boys? Anything you want to say or do? We might do an open mic at the headquarters this week. Is that a possibility?
Yeah. I'll look for certain on the date to see where that. Yeah.
I think it's on Tuesday night right now.
Yeah. And then maybe the spotlight if we're.
Hey, follow it on your Facebook and find out, folks.
Find it.
I might even write a new joke this week. You don't know.
Cleveland
I might write a new joke. John might write a new joke. Might be
two.
We
both might write new jokes.
Might be 2 new jokes. What do you think, boys?
Point it at.
Oh, that's strong. Oh, we got zapped for using a Daily Show video, so we can't use their videos anymore.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Au revoir.
Goodbye. Thank you.